Fatih. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله محمد سيدنا الآخر المدد يا رسول الله يا سادات أصحاب رسول الله يا مشاهير رسول ما شاء الله حزام Sh.Muhammad Nazim فعلمدت طريقات مع الصحبة والخير في الجامعية طريقات أهل insanların Allah Azze ve Celle'nin onlara ikram ettiği şeydir.
To follow the Tariqah is a gift given to humanity by Allah Almighty.
Tarikat insanlar tarikata Allah rızası için girer.
One enters, follows the way of the Tariqah in order for the sake of Allah Almighty.
Ama Peygamber Efendimiz'in de rızası için girerdi.
One enters and follows the way of the Tariqah in order for the sake of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him.
Onlara düşman çok olur.
And those who follow the Tariqah, they are attacked by many enemies.
En büyük düşman tabii şeytandır.
The greatest enemy is of course Shaitan.
Nefistir.
It is the ego.
Havadır.
The worldly desires.
Bunlar tarikata girenlere daha fazla saldırırlar.
And those who follow the way of the Tariqah are attacked by those enemies more compared to others.
Daha fazla hücum ederler ki bunlar baş düşmanlarıdır.
These are the enemies, these are the main enemies who attack especially those who follow the Tariqah.
Normal insan bazen o kadar saldırmazlar. Çünkü nasıl olsa kendi yollarından gidiyor.
These enemies may not attack ordinary people because these enemies have made ordinary people follow themselves.
İstedikleri gibi oluyor.
They control them as they want.
Yapıyor. Onun için onların artık ihtiyacı yok.
Therefore, they are no longer in need to attack them.
Onlar zaten kötü arkadaş, kötü insan şeytandan beterdir.
They have become bad friends, bad humans. Bad humans are worse than Shaitan. Bad friends are worse than Shaitan.
Çünkü şeytan yapamadığını kötü insan yapabiliyor.
Because bad humans may do what Shaitan does not do.
İnsanlar canavar gibi oluyor.
People can become like monsters.
Bazen vuhuş haşirat canavarlar haşroldu diyor. Ahir zamandayız.
And now we are in the end of times where the monsters have emerged and have gathered.
Hakikaten öyle onların yolu şeytanın yolu.
The way of those monsters is the way of Shaitan.
Ne ister? İyilik mi ister? Hayatta iyilik istemez.
And what does Shaitan want? Does Shaitan want goodness? He never wants goodness.
Kötülük ister.
All Shaitan wants is badness.
Kötü olsun hadi.
And all Shaitan wants people to be is people to be bad.
Onun için bütün insanları kötü olsun ister.
Shaitan desires to make all people to be in a bad state.
Tarikat ehline daha fazla hücum eder.
And that is why Shaitan especially attacks those who follow the Tariqah.
Onun için tarikat ehli dikkat etmesi lazım.
Therefore, those who follow the Tariqah must be very careful.
Ne yapalım? Nasıl şey yapalım diye sorar tarikat ehli. Zanneder ki yani tarikata girdi mi yükseleceğiz.
And people ask about how do we recognize our progress when we follow the Tariqah. They think that they will reach higher and higher stations.
Derecem ne oldu diye bazıları soruyor.
And then sometimes people ask, what is my station? What is the rank I have achieved?
Derece falan yok.
The Tariqah is not about ranks and stations.
Senin düşmanla savaştasın.
The Tariqah is about fighting your enemies.
Onu kazan yeter sana.
The Tariqah is about winning the war against those enemies.
Ne kadar derecem oldu. Bazen sahtekar tarikat ehli oluyor. Hiç alakası olmayan insanları tarikatım diye kandırıp da sen derecen şu kadar oldu, bu kadar oldu diye onlara böyle şey yapıp tabii arkalarından menfaat sağlayan da oluyor.
The Tariqah is not about ranks and reaching stations, and you must be very careful because there are imposters and fraudsters who will try to trick and cheat you by telling you now you have reached this rank and that rank, and by telling you those things they use you for their own purposes.
İşte dediğimiz gibi yani tarikat ehli dikkat etmesi lazım. Tarikata geldin mesela Allah rızası için.
Those who follow the Tariqah must be careful, and they must be always aware of why they follow the Tariqah. One follows the Tariqah in order to make one's Lord Allah Almighty be pleased with oneself.
Peygamber Efendimiz'in yolunda gitmek için.
One follows the Tariqah in order to follow the way of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him.
Giriyorsun.
You enter the Tariqah in order to follow the way of the Prophet, peace be upon him.
Başka şeye düşünme.
Don't think about anything else.
Sen tarikat nedir? Tarikat İslam'ın bütün emirlerini yapmak.
What is the Tariqah about? The Tariqah is about fulfilling all orders of Islam.
Yapabildiğin kadar.
And to fulfill the orders of Islam as much as one can.
Sen ne kadar oldum, ne kadar nefsim gitti, ne kadar kaldı nefis diye düşünmeye gerek yok.
The Tariqah is not about thinking about how far have I gone, how high has my station reached, how much is left in order to overcome my ego.
Sen devamlı nefisten mücadele edesin.
No, you must be aware that you are in a constant struggle and fight against your ego.
Cihattasın, savaştasın nefsinden.
You are in a war, you are in a jihad against your ego.
Onun için nefsine bir şey mükafat vereyim deme.
And you must not give in, and you must not give any opportunity to your ego in that war against your ego. And you must never think that your ego deserve a reward.
Ben kazandım. O dediğin an sen nefsine yenilmiş olursun.
The moment you think, I have won that war, that is the moment when you have lost to your ego.
Şeytana yenilmiş olursun. Onun için tarikat 5 vakit namaz.
The Tariqah is about praying 5 times a day.
Oruç.
The Tariqah is about fasting.
Zekat.
The Tariqah is about giving zakat.
Hac.
The Tariqah is about making hajj.
Bunlardır tarikat.
This is what the Tariqah is about.
Yani İslam dışı değil.
There's nothing about the Tariqah that is outside of Islam.
Fazla yapabildiğin daha fazla sünnetleri, hayır hasenatı yapabilirsin, yaparsın ama
And the Tariqah is about doing as much as good as possible, and if you can do more beneficial and good deeds in addition to that, the better.
esas olan budur.
But what is the core of the Tariqah is to fulfill one's obligation as required by Islam.
Bundan fazlası Allah ikramıdır.
And if you do anything in addition to that, any acts of goodness, then these are favors to you by Allah Almighty.
Bazıları tarikata girdim mi çok fazla şey yapacağım diye düşünür.
Sometimes people, when they start following the Tariqah, they think that they need to do so many things.
Onu da yapamaz.
and then they start doing it, and then they are not successful in pursuing to do those things,
yarı yolda kalır.
and then they just stop in the middle of the way.
Tarikat ecel kerametlerin en büyüğü devam etmektir.
The greatest miracle of all is to be steadfast, and is continuity in one what does.
O yolda devam edip oraya buraya bakma, nefsin ne kadar oldu, ne kadar kaldı, ne kadar çoğaldı diye bakma.
The Tariqah is about progressing steadily and to be steadfast in making progress step by step, and not being distracted by one's ego, and not looking left or right, and not wondering about how far one has reached.
Sen tevekkül et,
Trust in Allah Almighty,
bu yolda devam et.
and be steadfast in following and progressing on that way.
Öteki türlü şeytan girer kafana, vesvese yapar.
If you start thinking about how far you've come, that is the moment when Shaitan will enter your mind, and when he will cast doubt onto you and make waswasa.
Sen ya vesvese yapar ya sen çok büyük oldun diye seni kandırır.
Then Shaitan will start casting doubts into your mind, or he will make you think that you are someone big, someone special.
Yaptığın işler de boşa gider.
But the moment you think that you are a very important one, that is the moment where all what you've done will have been in vain, and will have lost its value.
Allah muhafaza etsin.
May Allah Almighty protect us.
Tarikatın adabı budur.
These are the good manners and the adab of the Tariqah.
Onu devam edelim inşallah.
And may we continue to follow these principles of the Tariqah.
Allah tawfik. Al-Fatih.